Welcome to the PDR Universe podcast with your hosts, Žan and Zeeshan.
Welcome back, everyone, to the PDR Universe podcast. We can say welcome back now, right, Zeeshan? It's the second episode.
It's the second episode. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. And thanks for being here, all three of you.
Maybe four, maybe five, we don't know.
On the last episode, on the episode 1, we got to meet Zeeshan. Today, we're going to switch the roles around. Zeeshan is going to be interviewing me, so you guys can get to know me a bit better. And what do you say, Zeeshan? Should we start?
Yeah, let's hop right on, I would say. So, right. Jean, I hope you had a great week till this day.
Yeah.
And we are already 1 week in 2026. And you had me podcasting last week, and now we just start with you. So a lot of people know you already, but I would say, as this is your own podcast, we should.
It's our podcast.
It's our podcast. As it's our podcast, I think your origin story should be told by you. Maybe some in depth, maybe some more in detail. If you want to do it like this, I would just say, I just hop on with the first question. But first to say of all, 11 times. It was like in Texas. I had the same thing at the TSA checking area. I was just asking. My first words to you in life were how. Stupid me. I was saying how. You said what? How many times? How did you do this? 11 times PDR champion, man. It is. I'm a really competitive guy, and I'm competitive with myself. I want to be better than I was yesterday. And seeing someone in this industry. Having 11 times won at those championships, it is outstanding, and you're the only one in the world who've achieved this at these things. So you should be in the Guinness Book, I guess.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
it means a lot to me. I don't know how. One by one, man. That's how you go through everything, one by one, right? You cannot build a Rome in a day, right?
Yeah, but there has to be a mindset behind that, and we try to get that out of you maybe today.
Yeah.
So
sounds good. But just to quickly go back to that TSA story.
TSA.
We were talking on the previous episode how we met first time on we texted on the same plane. And in between the flight, when I was half asleep or just when I'm on flight, I get motion sick, so I take Dramamine pills to not get sick. But those pills they make you a bit sleepy and a bit drugged, you know. And I was just like, and you came to say hello during the flight. You walk up and like, we talk when we get off. But then we got off, and then we met at the TSA line.
Yes.
A thing about me, I'm a nervous traveler. Whenever I need to cross a border, and I don't know why, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just like nervous. And if you try to speak to me at the TSA line, I would be like, yeah, okay, thank you, bye. You know?
Yeah, I know why. I know why now.
You know, and it might have been awkward. You might have thought like, "Oh my God, he's like brushing me off," but I just wanna get there.
After TSA, I knew.
When I'm in any country, like when I'm there, when I'm crossing the border, even if I fly for vacation, no matter what I fly for, I'm just fucking nervous. As soon as I cross the border, okay. I'm here now. I'm always thinking the worst case scenarios in my head, you know. So I'm always so I'm always nervous. Like, oh, maybe this can happen. Maybe this can happen. Maybe this can happen. Just be calm, you know.
Yeah, the same goes through my head, but when I'm nervous, I'm getting the other way around. I'm getting too excited and talk too much, and that was my point at TSA. So yeah, you brushed me off at that point, and till that point I didn't know why.
Not like,
but yeah.
now you know why.
Even by not explaining after we met at the seminar, I was like, okay, it was like in this occasion, it is like we are getting watched by people. They are not
Exactly.
like it is not like we are in a normal line for a supermarket or something like this. They are scanning us and looking. They're watching out what is coming in their country,
Yep.
and as it was my turn at the TSA counter, I was like, yeah, I'm doing PDR, and here's a seminar in Texas, Burles, and yeah, you know PDR, you got a lot of hail here, yeah. But that Mexican looking guy didn't had a smile on his face, and he was just like, come with me.
Yeah, he
And he
didn't
just
like your story, huh?
he didn't like my story, and he just they took me to the side room, but after that I had to wait for maybe half an hour, and after
Yeah.
that I was like sitting there and didn't know what happens, and my heart was beating too, thinking like thinking about the worst. Oh, maybe they will send me back now, and I haven't done anything, and.
Yeah.
But as I was called in, the that detective or someone, that guy, whatever his job is, his interviewer, he just interviewed me, and we had a nice talk, and he even gave me a barbecue.
Tip, where to
Place
go?
barbecue
Yeah.
place tip, yeah, Hutchins. So but
No,
didn't get the opportunity to get to Hutchins, but yeah,
no,
uh,
they're just doing their job, and
they're
and
just
and
doing their job, yeah, yeah.
and they're supposed to do that. And hats off to them. Like they're protecting the borders. It's not an easy job to do, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just, it is everywhere. It's the same, but I think in America it's like, especially with that face. I would say to myself, hey, wait a minute, wait a second, we gotta check him a second time. So yeah, it is what it is. So coming back to you,
Yeah.
so before you did PDR, where what was your life? Where did you go to school? And you apparently, like last episode said, you weren't the best student like me too.
Yeah. So I was only child growing up. Now I found out recently, not recently, but during my life, I found out that I have half brother and half sister. But I was
Wow.
grown up as an only child, with most of the time just with my mom. Uh, I went to school. I did the first. So in Slovenia we have a school system. First you go to at age of 7. You go for 8 years. That's the primary school. You finish that by 14, 15, and then you can go to high school. That's 3 or 4 years. So I did that. I was always like I said, a middle. Um, we have grades from 1 to 5. I was always 3 or 2 grades. Same thing in high school. So the thing is, when you're the school system, I never really liked it because it's very like one way. Like you should the way they see it, the way they say it should be, it should be, right? And yeah, you have some deviations from that. So when you are here, when you go to high school, you can start going into different fields of what you want to learn. I didn't know what I want to learn because who at 14 years old knows what he wants to do in his life? I mean,
Yeah,
that's way too early for a kid to decide.
definitely.
So I went to economics school. Uh, it's like a finance stuff school. It's the reason I went there is because it's the medium, like it's easy to get in because you need good grades to get into the good schools. This one is easy to get in. You don't need good grades. A lot of people go there, and when you come out of that school, you have not the best chances to go to college, but still good chances, not bad chances. So that's the reason I picked that school. And I was in the high school for 4 years. That was the length of my high school. And I did it with, like I said, grades 2 and 3. So medium, a little low. I had English always 4 and 5. That was good. but but I had English better than my Slovenian school class, grades.
Yeah, it comes handy today.
Yeah, my thought process was, why do I need to learn Slovenian if I am born here
It's a
and I
mother
know how to
language,
speak
yeah.
the language? So I hadn't paid any attention to that class and had worse grades there. But English was always interesting, and it came easy for me. So I had best grades at English. so
Apparently
so I
that
did that. Yeah, sorry, you go.
apparently that thing that comes in handy for today. The
Yeah.
English language, the world language. So so many people don't can't speak English, and the main scene is in America, and to be able to speak this language makes you really gives you a really good advantage,
Yeah,
definitely.
so in high school we had to pick a second language, like second non our language. So the first foreign language was English that you learned, and the second foreign language you can choose. Uh, I remember when I signed up, I chose Spanish because I like the language. I don't know how to speak it. I don't know Spanish,
Hablar
but I like
español.
how it sounds. You know. But my mother made me switch to German language as a second foreign language. Still don't know how to speak German. I know I can catch some words if you speak slowly and stuff like this. The most common words, right?
Sorry.
Whoop,
That was
you
the
woke
alarm.
me up.
Time to go to bed. Sorry. Yeah, so you can speak German. So, wenn ich mit dir Deutsch rede, verstehst du ein klein wenig.
Ich verstehe ein bisschen Deutsch, ja.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. That's good.
But that's the thing. Like, I wanted to learn Spanish, and I think if I went to Spanish class that in high school, I think I would speak Spanish now. I didn't want to learn German, which I regret, because German is also German language is also big in the world. Like it unlocks many doors, as well. But if I didn't want to learn it, so I never paid too much attention. It was just a necessary evil I need to do to pass this school, right? So
Yeah,
after school, after these 4 years were up, everyone from my class went to college because for us college is free. We don't pay for high school. We don't pay for college. You just need to buy books and a bus ticket to get there, right?
yeah, it's the same here in Germany. The high school is
Yeah.
free.
So everyone went to college. Uh, I think I was the only one from my class that didn't went to college, and I didn't have the worst grades. Usually, you need to have good grades to go to college, but you also have colleges that you can get accepted with bad grades, right? Um, I didn't go because my thought process was I was always, like you said, being competitive. Well, I'm very competitive person, but I was not looking at this as I'm competitive with you guys, but the way I was thinking was, okay, today we finish school. You guys go. There's many paths you can take in life. I was thinking everyone from my class is taking the college path, and that's gonna be, let's say, 3 more years. If I go the same path with you guys, after 3 years, when we all come out of college and we are looking for a job, what is my advantage over you or you or you or you if we all went the same path? We all have the same diploma from college. How can I stand out in a way that I'm gonna get hired and not you, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, well, I'm just gonna go and start working, and after 3 years, I'm gonna have some money saved up, and I'm gonna have 3 years of experience. So when we are applying for the same job, well, I know what I'm doing because I have 3 years experience. You're fresh out of school. Yeah, you have a college degree, but that's at least I have at least it's different, right? We can differentiate, and I can sell myself on. Look, listen, I have 3 years of experience. Then it's your decision to hire experience or school, right?
Right, right.
So that's why I never went to college.
Yeah, so you apparently, what did you do after college then?
After college,
What did you do? You
no,
didn't go to college, so what
yeah.
did you do instead? Sorry. What did you do instead of college?
So right out of high school, I was 18 years old, and I said, "Oh, I need to get a job." And my first job, so I would take anything, right? Because I need to get experience and I need to start earning some money. My first job was a car salesman, and that lasted a month. I got fired after a month, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not working out. You're not doing very well. La 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 la. You're out." To my defense, okay, yes, I was not doing very well. I was 18 years old. My mind was thinking completely different. Any 5 minutes I can get off, I took. Now, if I have 5 minutes, I'm thinking, how can I make more revenue and stuff like this, right? But the thing is, they stuck me in a small car dealer, very small. I was the only person there, and
No,
in a week's
no
time
traffic.
there was no traffic, nothing. It was in the back alley, like there was 2 cars parked inside, me behind the computer, and in the whole week I had like 5 people walk in 1 week, right?
Yeah, this
And
is.
that's a good week. And later, after a month, I found out that 3 of them were sent by the boss to check on how I'm doing, you know?
Ah,
So how can I sell any car to that? It's not possible, right? Plus, I was young. I'm not saying I did good. I did bad, right? So I got fired after a month. After that, I went looking other jobs. So I found an ad for, I think, do you have Aldi or Hofer?
yeah, we have Aldi.
Yeah, because
Heard?
it's the same company. It's just named different around the world. In our country, Aldi is called Hofer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's the same logo,
It's
same
the same
everything,
thing,
right?
yeah.
So let's say
So you
Aldi
worked,
for the
yeah, yeah.
sake
So you
of
worked at
effort.
Aldi.
I applied there. They were looking for store manager, and by the things they wanted me to have from school and stuff, I got it. I was like, yep, this school, yep,
You
yep.
checked the boxes
So
for them.
yep. So I applied for being a store manager, and I go to an interview, and they were like, "Well, yeah, you do meet all the requirements, but you're 19 years old, right? 20 years old. It's a bit too young to run a store, but what you can do is we can hire you and you can start as a cashier and then slowly by years work your way up and go from there." I'm like, okay, sounds good. So I started working there. I worked 3 months. That was my trial period. And after 3 months, they told me, "Well, we are not extending you. You're fired." You know. And I was thinking to myself, man, I cannot even hold a cashier job at Aldi. Like I am the biggest loser there is, right? Who cannot be a cashier? Like that's a simple job. It's not as simple, but you don't need to be a rocket scientist to do that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how the hell can I not keep a single job? After that, again, on the market, and that's all in a short period of time, 1 month, 3 months. Then I was looking for another job, and I found in a different store. I went to the warehouse to stack pallets up. So when the store does an order to the warehouse, you pack everything, you wrap it, and you send it. So I was doing that for a month and a half, maybe. And I was doing actually really good. Like in the first month, I went higher than the norm. What they asked for, I went higher and got bonus in the first month. But 2 things happened here. One was that I saw people there that have been working there for 10 years or more, and their bonus was kind of limited. Like there's only so much stuff you can, so fast you can go. And then it's a ceiling, right? And there was 3 there was morning shift, evening shift, and night shift, and you have to do all this that I didn't like. And before this, I was also, when I was in high school, few times went to do R&I for some hail jobs. So I was taking headliners down for just summer work.
So here you got your first touching points with
Yes,
PDR.
yes. Because right after high school, I forgot to mention, right after high school, my mom said, because she's an accountant she was back then an accountant at the company that does PDR, that does hail repair in our country. So right after I came from high school, she was like, hey, go learn PDR, you know. The reason I didn't is because I asked how much money would I make, and she's like, well, you don't know nothing, so it would be a minimum salary. And the first mistake I made in my life, well, it's a small mistake, but I was thinking, probably not the first mistake in my life, but in the PDR, let's say in the career, right, after school, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm worth more than minimal, right? But I didn't consider the value you get from learning a skill, right? If you're getting paid to learn a skill that we now know that is, I now know that is a high-paying skill, that it doesn't matter how much they pay you as long as you can learn that stuff.
And if you're lucky, you don't even get paid by training.
Exactly.
By training this craft. Yeah. For me, it was the case. I didn't get money. So my father was financing me till I was on my own feet after 6 months and generating my own money. But till then, it was, for me, it was the mystery said by the people was you gotta pay money to learn PDR. So
Exactly. And it is like that. The whole industry, it's you can learn by yourself, and I learned by myself, but it takes time. If you wanna learn fast and good, like, you have to pay for training, either be online training or in-person training. It's just gonna speed up
the process.
your process of learning it and start making money. Gene, let's go back to Gene. We talked about Gene in the previous episode. Gene has said something that it will I will for always remember it and think of it. He said, I can always make more money, but I cannot make more time.
Oh yeah, that's
So
what said.
if you pay for something that is going to help you either get faster, learn something faster, maybe even make more money, right? It's a good investment, because you can always make more money. You can never make more time. Time is limited. We have a certain amount of time, and that's it. The money, we can make more.
That's really well said. So time is limited. Money is not. You can always make more.
So
yeah.
When I got fired from Aldi store, I went to the warehouse. I was in the warehouse for a month and a half, and then they asked me for the weekend if I can come and help do some R&I on a hailstorm. I'm like, okay. So that's about 6 months after I got suggested to start learning PDR by my mom, right? The same company asked me if I can go help out for the weekend, and I failed at 2 jobs. I was at the 3rd job that I was doing good, but I didn't like it because I didn't see the future in it. Like, it was okay for that moment, but I cannot see how I can build on that.
Yeah.
I wasn't learning any skill, wasn't nothing. It was just fill those pallets and send them out. Pallets and send them out. So I got asked to do for the weekend to come and R&I, and I went there, but I did R&I, but I was also paying attention to a lifestyle of PDR technician. Like, not the lifestyle, but I don't know how do you call this, like a work style? Like, how their work day looks like, right?
The work routine of a PDR tech, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I was paying attention to that, and if that is something I can do, if that is something for me. And after that weekend, when I came home, I was like, I think I want to do this. And first called my mom, and I'm like, hey, do you think they would still hire me? And she was like, yeah, well, ask the boss, you know. So I called him. I'm like, hey, I am thinking to learning if you would hire me. He's like, yeah, come, we'll do an interview. So I come to his house. We're all in the same town. I get to his house. He opens a beer. We drink a beer, and he's like, yeah, you start Monday. I'm like, okay, cool. That was the easiest job interview ever. So
the
yeah,
best case.
yeah. So that's what I did before I started learning PDR, and how I found out about and how I got into PDR.
So you were hired by this company where your mother was doing the work as accountant. So you didn't have you wouldn't be trained by them like it's in a traditional way, right?
That was the promise coming into the job. Was in the season I would do R&I. In the off season they would hire someone to teach us, because there was like 3 or 4 of us in the same situation. We got hired to do R&I, but then to get trained by someone, and then start being a PDR technician.
What year was
And
this? 2004?
no, that was in 2008.
Ah, 2008. Okay.
Yeah, 2008 that I got
Where your
all this.
PDR journey started officially. Like
Yes,
with
yeah.
in conclusion with RNY.
yes. I
Yeah, a
did
lot of technicians.
before, like for just some R&Is, like I said, in the summer work, but that was just something like I didn't even consider it me being in a PDR industry, because it was like, hey, come for 2 weeks and do R&I on these cars, and that's it. Bye, you know. So in
So you
2008 is when officially started.
so you said you and 2 other guys or 3 other guys who were in the same
Yeah,
situation stack as you. Are they still doing PDR?
one of them, yes. One of them, yes. The other guys, no.
And
So
yeah.
yeah, go.
So you didn't get your training and just figured it out by yourself and maybe
Yeah, what?
looked above the shoulders from another PDR tech and catched up that little tip and this little thing and that. I
Yeah,
guess.
you are right. I was observing them, what they're doing. So I got my first job in in 2008. I got put to the Renault dealer, and I was taking headliners down and doing R&I for 2 technicians. Meanwhile, I was looking at them, what they're doing, and if there was a hood for replace, I would borrow their few tools, and I would just push on the open area at the start. And I was looking at the reflection of the neon lights on the ceiling, right?
You didn't even have a light.
No, I didn't have a light, because I was not there to fix stands. I was there just to do R&I. I was not even there to learn. But taking 2 headliners down, actually I did 4 cars per day, 2 down, 2 up, 4 down, 4 up, because there was 2 technicians. Both did on average 2 cars, and I had took me like maybe 2 hours a day, 3 hours. So I had another 5 hours of doing nothing in between. So I didn't just want to stand around. When I come to the official training that was offered, I want to know something, right?
Yeah.
So I borrowed a rod and a leverage hook from them, and I was just looking on the ceiling lights and just trying to find my tip of the tool and trying to make the dent better, right? But the catch is, I could not ask them anything for help, because they were Argentinians and they didn't
Oh.
speak zero English, and I speak zero Spanish. So just look and observe and okay, and try to replicate. And in that time, it got to a point that I was like doing these small areas decently, right? And when the deal ended, when we got to the shop where we were supposed to get training, we got our own set of tools. We got lights. The lights were handmade. Fun fact about the light, I recently bought back my first ever PDR light that I used.
No.
Yeah, so I got this light, and when I was going through my PDR career, and I sold I bought new lights, better ones, right? This one was useless for me. That was like maybe 4 years into my career, and I was working at a small body shop, just one man band at home, at his home, and he's also dabbling sometimes with some dance, and he was like, "Oh, you got new lights? What did you do with the old one?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, do you want to sell it to me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I sell it. Like, back then, for me was trash. Now, that was like in 2025, I was there, and I was fixing some dents. I didn't even know that he has my light. I've completely forgot about that. And we were talking. I was talking with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I still got that light that you gave me, you know." I'm like, which light, you know? And he showed. We went to look. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's my first light." And I'm like, I have to have that light now, you know, because now that is a history for me. That's
Yeah,
now
yeah, yeah.
part of my journey, you
Your
know.
journey, so many memories attached to it. Yeah.
Exactly, and
Awesome.
also when I was starting the PDR career, it was just a job or something. Now, the longer we are in, the more passionate you become, and more it becomes like a life,
A
right?
lifestyle, yeah. It's a
Exactly,
full-on lifestyle, man.
exactly. And I saw that my first light, I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, I'll make you a deal. I'll bring you a better LED light, because that's not LED, that's a neon bulb
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
color, and it's like dinosaur. So I'm like, I'll bring you a better light. You'll be better. It's way more. It's worth way more. Just a better stand. Everything. We'll just swap it. Okay? He's like, why? I'm like, because
Damn.
that was my first light. Now I want it. It's part of my history. And he's like, okay, deal.
No one would ever do this deal, man. But yeah, it's your first light, and
Yeah.
you will not ever use it again to push dance. But yeah, it's
No,
the memories.
it's standing in my storage. But
I've
hey, man,
I've
it's my first light.
my first suitcase, my first case, my first PDR case. So there was customized with stickers by myself and everything, and then I got that Dinox 2 years prior,
Yeah.
and and there was another guy who started out PDR, and he needed a case. And I had two cases. Another case that was just a spare case for any occasion, and that was my case till this day for which I've started with doing PDR. And he like, I want this case. Can I have this one? I don't like the other ones. Can I buy this case for me? I'm like, oh man, yeah, take it, man. But apparently he stopped doing PDR, and he unfortunately didn't call me back, and
I told you.
I just get a call from Sisi, another PDR technician girl.
Yeah, yeah, we met
And
her
she,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
at
we met her in
the
Belgium, yeah, and she
yeah.
said, hey, your PDR case is on eBay. It's on eBay to buy. And I was looking at the photo, and I was thinking, oh man, that guy stopped doing PDR. He just sold the stuff, and I'm just looking at the case and thinking, damn, why did I give it away? It's big, chunky, and I don't need it anymore. But it's like so many memories attached to something that is
Exactly.
fully outdated. But this is the passion behind our
Yes.
craft that gives us this.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, awesome, awesome.
So
So,
yeah,
where were we at?
we never had the training. We got the tools, we got the light, we got the tools, and we got the hoods to practice, some hood stands, and we were waiting for the trainer to show up. He never showed up. So it was just here, boom, here is a dent, fix it, figure out on yourself. So we were all there in the winter times trying to figure it out. And then when the new season came around, again back to R&I, you know.
Yeah,
And this lasted for about 2 years. In 2010,
10.
I opened my company because so in 2010 in May, we were at the point that I knew how to fix dents, and we started to fixing dents.
The
But
business.
yeah, but the company I worked for magically ran out of money. So they called all four of us that were learning, and they were like, "Listen, guys, we are out of money, so you are all fired. but you can open your own company and work for us as a subcontractors. And that's like, okay, no problem. I was young there, young back then, and had no family, no kids. It was not a problem for me.
Not a big of a deal at the time, yeah.
Yeah. The other guys, they were scared, but understandably so, because they all had families, right? And they were losing their jobs. I was kind of excited because, hey, now I can get paid for what I do, not just a salary. Now I can get paid for actually what I do.
Yeah, that's the big difference in our work. We get paid by our work and not paid by our time we spend. Spend at a certain place, and so this comes all back to the education stuff. So time is money, and the more time you got, the better it is.
Yep. The faster you can fix it, the more money you can make.
Yeah, and the earlier you can be home at your family and spend time with your. Yeah. So yeah, you've trained by yourself almost. You didn't have a trainer like they promised to you, and now you're a subcontractor and doing hail stuff.
Yeah.
For the same company that screwed you over your last salary, maybe last monthly salary, as they run out of money, or did they pay you?
No, they paid me all the salary. So I opened my own company in 2010. So last year we celebrated the 15-year anniversary of our company.
Congratulations!
Great. Thanks. Back then, I did start as their subcontractor, but the first season I did for them in 2020, so it was 2011. The first season I did, they owed me a bunch of money after a few months of work. And at that point, I realized I need to go and find my own work. So my own body shops, my own dealers. Because to be honest, if they would just paid me at that time, I would still work as their subcontractor. I would not be looking for my own work. I would not be looking for my own clients. Just call me, I'll come, I'll fix the car, and I'll go home and pay me. That's it.
The weird thing is, same for me. If I would have been treated right, money-wise, from the beginning on, I would be still being at that place. No one would know me. I would be a mediocre PDR technician, and I would just do my job. So it is the best thing that could happen to you.
Yeah. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
There is something.
Even if we don't see it right now, it's good for something, right?
Yeah,
Everything is good for something. It might look really bad at that point, but when you're down 3, 4, 5 years,
you're looking back.
When you look back, you're gonna see, oh man, if that didn't happen and I suffered at that time, I wouldn't be here where I am right now. So it was good.
Yeah, it was good that I overslept my exams.
Exactly, right? And at that time, it was like perceived very bad, but you wouldn't be where you are right now. We wouldn't know each other if you didn't overslept your exams.
Yeah.
So people oversleep your exams.
Yeah. No, but everything that looks as bad, I had nightmares for a few years because it was like, oh man, you just threw your life away just for one evening. It wasn't like that. It was not the first time I was oversleeping, but this was the point where the teachers in the school were saying that guy doesn't need to come back anymore. So
yeah.
But yeah, it is. This is the educational way, the way that you train by yourself. It is you have to be your own master of your own mind, and it's so rare in this new time to have your own mind for work. So you always have to think for a company or have their principles in your head. But here it's just like the principle of physics. the principle of metal moving. So just logic things, nothing from above, from some people who wear some color ships and things like that, and say, oh, we gotta do this like this. I got a lot of friends that work for big companies, and they always have stuff to argue about. Oh, I don't like this at my job, and I don't like this at my job. And for us, it's like, if we don't like anything, we do something about it. And if we can't do anything about it, we have always the option to walk away for our own good. Yeah, gotta take a sip of water too.
Yeah, it's smart to drink water. So from that point on, I was trying to find my own work, home, but also chasing help.
Sorry that I interrupt you. When did you do your first competition? It is in that time, maybe? Your first competition?
So in 2011, it's when I was starting to look for my own work, and I wanted to work all the time. I didn't want to have... So the way I saw it, when I got into the industry, everyone was scaring me that the industry is dying and it's going to shit, and you cannot make any more money here. And today, when we were at the in Belgium at the seminar, there was some guys that are in for, I think Ben is in for 2 years, something like this.
Ben from England, right?
Yes, we were talking that night with Ben, and I think he said like, oh yeah, but this industry, da 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 da. I'm like, listen, I heard 15 years ago the same story that I'm hearing now, that this is going to shit, the prices are going to shit. So at that time, it's still the same. It's not going to shit, right? It's maybe getting different, but there is more and more metal. There is more and more we can do with the metal, and there is more and more work for us in general. But with that in mind, when I was getting in, they were scaring me like, oh, this is going to shit. So my thought process was, okay, if I'm late to this game, if I only have 2-3 more years, I want to work every day to get as much as I can in that time, right? Because in 3 years, I don't know what I will be doing if this will go to shit, right? I will need to find another job. So I wanted to work all the time. I didn't want to just work hail, because I live in a very hail-prone area. Our country gets hit a lot with hail, on average. So I didn't want to just work those 3, 4, 5 months in the summer. I wanted to work all year around. So I went traveling for hail. I went chasing hail all around the world. And that was about 3-4 years I did that. Before I was thinking, oh man, I'm really good, and I will go to Germany to the competition. And I think that competition was 2015, probably 2015.
So pretty in the early stages of IASRE, right?
Yes. It was probably third or fourth IASRE that I went and competed at. Yeah.
How did it went?
Of course, I was shit. I didn't place. So I was like, oh, competing, I'm not good enough. So I stopped at that time. I did once, never placed. I realized I'm not good enough. And I'm like, well, I need more metal time. Like we were talking, right? You need metal time to get better. And I was just like, I need more metal time, and I'll try again later.
I heard about the cutting board story from you at your first competition.
Yeah, did you hear? Yeah. So to share with our listeners, if you haven't heard that story before, when I was packing my tools for the competition, first time, nervous as hell. I was imagining what I needed. I packed what I think I needed, and for the most part, it was true. But when I come to the competition itself, I realize I don't have a window guard. So I have all the tools to fix the dent, but I don't have the window guard. And and they're judging by professionalism and everything and stuff like that. It's what it says in the rules. So I was like, shit, I need a window guard. And where would you find? I
You
don't know
can't find
why.
a window guard there if it's not at the EASRE, and I don't know how the third and fourth EASRE was, how many
There,
tool manufacturers were there, or
there was a window guard to buy it. There was a window guard there. If I would go into that expo and look for a window guard to buy, I would find one.
but there
I don't
wasn't
know
any.
why. I don't know why. Maybe I was thinking. I don't know. That was early stages.
Yeah,
Maybe I
so
was
Air
thinking.
Series, I think
I, I'm only buying a window guard because I need it right now. I have a window guard at home. It's great. I don't need a new window
but
guard.
you need a cutting board, right?
Yeah. So I was like, let's just find a cheap solution for this. So we went to the store. I'm like, with my wife. I'm like, I'm sure we're gonna find something that's gonna be good. So we found the plastic cutting boards. It was cheap, but it was shit. It
yeah.
was always sliding in. So when I was pushing my door, then I was holding the cutting board with one hand and pushing with another. It's like, oh my god.
You know what happened to me in the early stages of my PDR career?
Tell me.
I lost my window guard,
Yeah.
and I was working for about 1 month. I couldn't get the idea of getting a canister and the plastic canister and cutting it up and using it as a window guard. I was working for a month with cardboards. Just normal cardboards. I just put them in there and I was pushing
But it
dents with
did the job.
cardboards. It did the job. It did the job. Maybe for the first two dents, and then you had to switch up the cardboard or put the second one over the other.
Yeah. So after that competition, I was like, nope, I'm not ready yet.
So that was in 2011.
No, that the competition. I think it was like 2014, 2015. The
2014,
first one that I
2015.
did. Yeah.
Okay. Then what did you do after that? You just did your normal work, you did your normal career, and
Yep.
how did your own business go?
Yeah.
Did you
I
get
mean,
contacts? How did you get body shops? Did you had you any hassles with the dealerships by selling yourself to them? Were there any issues?
at start, I was mainly like trying to chase hail around the world and just working for other PDR companies.
So, okay, so you just had contacts to guys who hire from the bigger companies, hair
Yes.
companies, and
Yep.
okay. So you didn't have
And
any.
at home, when I was at home, I tried to find some work as well if there was hail, and I did get some dealers here and there. I got when I was working for the previous company as well. Um, some of the dealers know me from there, and they called me and wanted to do work with me. So, but just growing up from there, and in 2016 is when me and my wife got our second kid, and we decided we should focus more on our local market for me to travel less and be home more and help. And at that time, we started focusing more and just growing our business at home. I think it was 2017 that, well, yeah, 2017 that we opened our shop in Ljubljana, in the capital, and it's been growing. We have our own shop. We do PR in our own shop. I do trainings here when I can, and then I also we service dealers and body shops, and mainly for hail dents because, like I said, we get hailed almost every year, so we go from dealer to dealer to do hail dents, not like you do for like bigger dents and stuff like this. Mainly it's hail,
Great,
and the
great,
business
great.
has just been growing from then. It's been good in the summer seasons when if we get a lot of hail. Some years we went up to 25 subcontractors coming and working with us, so it's been
Wow.
good.
That would be my next question. If you have any people who work directly for you, other
Yeah,
PDR techs,
yeah. It
it's
depends
just,
on the year. Depends on the year. Our biggest year was like 25, 28 technicians working, something like this. We have
that's a lot of people on the place hammering on
yeah,
metal.
yeah. We have we've been lucky and to anyone that is working with us, I want to say, and if you're listening, just thank you for working with us. It means a lot to us that you guys come here and that we can work together. You guys, you know who you are. I love you guys.
Awesome, John. That your company is going good, and that you took the plunge and done it with your wife together. I think she was a big help for this too, to getting some of the, because
She's a big part. I always like to say she's I don't know why, but I got lucky in life, or blessed, or however you want to call it, that I have this skill to fix metal. But my wife, she's smart, so everything with growing the business and stuff like this, she's so smart, and she's a huge part of us growing the company together, basically.
having the right partner in life, especially in
Yes.
the PDR life, is a really important thing, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely wouldn't be as a company where we are without her.
Great.
And we had, as a company, ups and downs, like a bad hail year here and there. It happens. We go up and down, but overall, like, it's been good. We can't complain. And like I said, we celebrated 15 years last year, just
Awesome.
toward the ends of the year, and we're looking for at least 15 more.
I hope it will be 60 more.
Yeah, I mean,
Your next
and-
generations,
and,
yeah?
we had the 15-year company party, and they asked, "Oh, to how many years more?" I said, "I don't know. We have kids that are gonna take over
Yeah,
one. I don't know, really."
as long as it hails.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, I'm a bit off. Stick to your competition journey. First year where you were winning. Was it the second time? What is the time space between there?
So it was in 2018 in Branson. There was a brand new expo and brand new competition. It was the first edition ever for that expo and the competition. It was called PDR World Cup. That was in 2018, and that was the next competition that I did in my life. So that was the second competition I did in my life, and I won that competition. It was not a lot of technicians there, still good technicians, but just not like if you go to MTE to compete at the Dent Olympics, there's like 60 guys there competing, right? If you that PDR Branson show, the first one, I think it was about 14, 15, 16, maybe 20 guys, still some great technicians, but just not as much competition as you get on the established events. So that was the first competition I won.
Oh, great! And the rest is history. You won and won and won and won, and now you're at
I
11
won, I
times.
lost, I won, I lost, I won. I didn't win everything.
But the
I
failures, as said, the failures are lead to the successes. That's
Yeah. Yeah,
not
the first Dent Olympics I did, the MTE, the biggest competition. I know. I came in 13. So
13th place.
yes, I won the PDR World Cup. Then before that competition, that was also the first time I went to MT, and before MT there was Advanced Skills Seminar, and that was my first Advanced Skills Seminar I went to, and I was there as a presenter. I was supposed to do one big dent, one big smash to repair, and there was also a competition they organized at that time. They called it the Tournament of Champions, and they had 4 different MTE Dent Olympic winners to compete. And I was there. First, I did the smash and everything, or I don't know if it was the smash first or the competition later, but when they were putting in dents for competition indoors, they made super deep and sharp dents, Keith and Shane. And I was like, whew, whew. I made that face probably that I made in the video that Martin kicked, you know. I'm like, who's gonna fix this dents
man.
here is gonna struggle, because they were super sharp. They were sharpest dents ever in any competition. And they had 4
they didn't hold back.
MTE winners. And I know it was the guy that recently won. It was some guy from 2003. It was Shane, who also won MTE once. And I asked them, hey, who's the 4th guy? You know? And they were dodging my questions, you know, like, hey, who's the 4th guy? Oh, yeah, oh, okay. And then we came to the competition 10 minutes before. I'm just chilling in the back, and Keith comes to me. He's like, hey, are you ready? I'm like,
For what?
ready for what? He's like, well, the competition, you know? I'm like,
Nobody told
"Me?"
you something
know?
about that.
He's like, yeah, you're a champion, aren't you? You won PDR World Cup. I'm like, okay, shit, let's do it, you know? So that competition, there was 4 of us, and we all had a nasty dent, and we all had, I think, I don't know, 60 minutes for it. We fixed it, and at the end, all the attendees, there was like 50 or 60 attendees,
Oh, they were
would
judging,
go and look at every dent, and they would vote for the winner. So it was all the attendees voting for the winner, and they picked me as the best repair. So I won that, and I went to MTE to compete there, and I came out 13th, you know, and I was like, Jesus. In my head, I was like, I'm never competing again after that, you know. And I was lucky. I'm not lucky. I'm happy I didn't stick to that, and I'm happy I continued. You know, that's why I answered, because you said how, one after another, like
One after
not
another, yeah.
in a row, you know, but you get one, and then you work for the next one, right? It's not nothing is handed to you, nothing is given, but it is like there's gonna be, like in everything in life, there's gonna be losses, defeats.
Yeah. It is
You're gonna
ups and
get
downs.
knocked down. You just gotta
yeah.
continue to the next one and next one. Just try to get that next one, and that's what I was doing. That's how I got to number 11 as we're talking.
Again, an outstanding achievement, and the one and only in
Thank-
this world who achieved this till this day.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Are you competing this year?
Yes,
now,
yes,
the
I'm
solos?
doing the solo at MTE. I don't know about the tag team. I hope. I just recently talked to Bryce. Well, we'll see. He still needs to book us if he can get a spot for us. So
Oh, it will be awesome to see you competing there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing story that you have there, and it's I see we are pretty short in time now. I have plenty of questions for you, but
yeah,
maybe we
yeah.
we
We're
get
running close to an hour.
yeah. Maybe we get 1 or 2 questions through.
Sure.
It's been a very busy year for you. I was seeing you now in Texas, and I was seeing you in Belgium, and you were at at Gene Feddy's your and Gene Feddy's
Yes, Level Up
advanced
class.
level up seminar. So, what is your biggest takeaway from these occasions? You met so many attendees. Every one of them is apparently a guy who really is passionate about his job. And what did you learn from them?
The biggest takeaway, if we can put all of this together in one big box and take something out, and maybe I already said it, maybe I'm repeating myself, but the biggest takeaway is you can learn something from anyone. You know, there can be there was a guy in any situation that is there for maybe 2-year technician, and I can learn something from him. I can learn something from him. When I go to speak and teach at those seminars, I'm not my mindset coming in there is not like, hey, I'm one of the teachers, I know everything and you should listen to me. My mindset going into these things is like, hey guys, this is what I know, this is how I do it, and I want to share that with you guys, and maybe you can get something from it, But I'm also curious on the side, what do you do? How do you do it? And maybe I can pick something from you, and maybe I can pick something from him, and together it's gonna make me better and faster.
Yeah. This is the humbleness you teachers have in, especially in this PDR, in our PDR scene, is like when you don't know about how a skill set, how a skill seminar is going on and what is going down there, you will think, okay, there are teachers up front there and they say, no, it's that way and you got to do it like this and do it like that. But when you attend at occasions like this, you see, hey, these are all humans. You can talk to them, and they want to engage with you. It is not like they just want to have your money and it's and they just stay there, be physically there, and in a few days they're gone. You are doing a lot of stuff. So heads up to you, heads off to every one of you teachers, showing us so much great stuff, man. It's like I feel like I have a little magic box, imaginary magic box where I can always grab in there, and it's like a piece from there and a piece from there and a chunk from there, and it's like I'm feeling so more precise and accurate and calm with my work. And it's not like that I'm choosing now smaller dents. The dents are bad as always, but the mindset has really changed. And it was really interesting to hear that how a teacher reflects all this seminars.
That can be that's a great segue. That can be the topic of our next podcast, the seminars, because you've been to how many seminars have you been to, Zeeshan, now?
So I've been to the advanced skills seminar in Texas, to the masterclass with Jonathan in Belgium, and after Cam Auto there was a 3-day training with Guedes. It was awesome. It was not so much theoretical stuff. It was like hands-on work, and see how Guedes, how Arison approaches his stuff. And next year there's another occasion this year is another occasion at Cam Auto to attend at this. And I heard that a lot of new opportunities are coming to attend at classes from this. I think you will maybe be at some seminars this coming up year too, maybe. I don't know. There is nothing announced till yet, but
yeah, we will see. But I think so. You have been to 3 seminars. I've
been to 3 seminars.
Spoken at 5. I've taught at 5 seminars, and I think that's a great topic for us for the next podcast. We can talk about these seminars. We can describe each individual. What can people expect from this? We can share your point of view as an attendee, my point of view as a teacher, and that's a great way to finish this podcast, I think.
Yeah. I think we got the next. We got the next topic by ending this
conversation
this
that we
this
had
conversation.
today.
Yeah.
So guys, even if we do have a next topic, if you have a topic you want us to talk about, reach out to us. Leave it down in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah. So this was Jean's story, and last episode you heard my story, but we don't want to be in the
front line.
In the front line. We're just here to engage the conversation. So we want to talk about tools, we want to talk about education, we want to talk about tips and tricks. We want to learn. As you see, we are open to everything. So
and we want to hear your guys' story as well.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to hop on this podcast and tell his story, he would be more than welcome to do this with us, definitely.
So, like always, thank you for listening. Press the like, share this with a fellow PDR technician that you think will enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next time. Keep pushing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the PDR Universe podcast, your home for PDR knowledge, growth, and real-world experience.